start. I think that's donkeytale. That's Jimmy Jean from Into the Microcosm, doing one of those live streams. Donkeytale's real last name is Mormon. That's his dad, Donkeytale. That's Jimmy Jean, who I think is Donkeytale. Donkeytale, the name doesn't really matter. It's Peter Richard Mormon. Everything seems to line up for age, geography. He had a Pete Richards alias at Boomin' Tribune. He used sock puppets. He was a total disinfo clown, writing on forums and on my blog. Boomin' Tribune, he got caught. I'm having trouble with the VLC media player. So that's why there's that stupid logo. I did have a picture of Peter Richard Mormon, but I can't find it. It's gone. I'm sorry. But I think that's him. The name doesn't really matter because there's no info out there. I'm watching this with you guys. Elwood. I've already got all this lined up. It's a live stream. I know I made a little bit of a mistake at the beginning. Syrian girl's kind of cute, except for the Hamburglar outfit. She's cute. I think she's actually Australian. The reason I put this thing together is Elwood's tardive dyskinesia. Most people are in denial. I don't see this being going over much anywhere. Even the anti-psychiatry or let's chill out with the diagnoses, that part of the movement, it's a big number, yet I'm not seeing much of a movement to get the idea out there that it's okay not to take psychiatry pills. Of course, you're going to want to taper very gently. I never got into them, and I suggest people taper very slowly off if they're on them. So Elwood, of course I slowed down the film. Elwood's in a battle now with his mouth. There's the jut. I got through to him on chat, on his channel, through his channel. He gets maybe 1,000 views per video on average, maybe 2,000. He's stagnant for subscribers. He shows all the signs of tardive dyskinesia. Pointing goes on with that guy Jimmy Jean. That's weird. So did John Brisson. He did those videos on me, and they deleted them. It's the truther, the progressive, industrial something. I'll try to find that screenshot for part 2 and 3 of this. I use a 5-minute video maker, which is really effective. Probably the main reason I did this is because I've been on the internet forever. So I figured, alright, I see what's going on with blogs. I saw how people, perhaps myself, I admitted it gets tiring to read. It's not that easy to read. Now some people always love to read, so maybe I shouldn't say that. Here's Elwood. We're coming to the end of this. There'll be a little talk from him too about how much he was a fake comic for the U.S. military. He's in a battle. He's done. His face is done. I'm no liar. This has been a live stream.
I went over in 2004 for my first comedy tour in Afghanistan. I went in 04, 06, 07, and I went to Iraq 07, 08, and 2011. And I went to a standalone tour of Kuwait in 2012.
Nobody touched my stuff. Start doing it again. I'll just keep everything the way it is. I'm not gonna go looking for that progressive industrial complex thing. After all, I'm just going with this. Richard from Wisconsin. That would be donkeytale's dad in real life. Born around 1953 in, I think, Redwood, California. He's lived in Texas. I think he even said he lived in Massachusetts a bit. New York a little bit. He said what did donkeytale put his act as? He said he was I forget what they're called, but he refused to fight in Vietnam. He said he went to Canada. I think that was his game. This Jimmy Jean, he's come out of nowhere from like a year ago. Another one of these a year or two ago. Poinkinen's a regular on his show. Brisson was also on his show. I'm just too lazy to redo this, so we're looking again at Elwood. Damn the poor kid. I mean, I guess it's a job. They're disinfo shells. Somehow they don't think of themselves as COINTELPRO. That was a long one. Now, we used to do those side-to-side ones. Jimmy Dore does those. There's another thing I'm observing with Fiorella, that picking at the skin. And then I plug into the search engine. Is that an opiate thing? That's what I get the feeling from Fiorella the Turkish actress. I mean, she's on that Turkish website. What's she doing there? She's modeling as a Turkish person. When I don't know. She's Turkish. Oh, I was looking at Anna if you put Anna Kasparian, who am I talking about there? With Fiorella. Well, they're just all nobodies coming out of nowhere. Even Elwood's a nobody coming out of nowhere. What's he known for? Did he host a game show on cable TV? Right there, that's so disgusting. God. Look at what you did to yourself, Elwood. Hard grimacing. Look at that whole top layer of his lower forehead. And he has those Dick Tracy comic book villain with the rest of his forehead. This guy's in rough shape. Damn, that's so gross. How can anyone watch that? I mean, I'm watching it because it's a shtick to watch it. She looked kind of terrified. She noticed some of those things. Then he noticed that she noticed. Then it got extremely cringeworthy. I'm watching a lot of Karen videos lately. You know, how many times can you watch those cop ones? Am I detained, or am I a patriot and I can go on my way? Do you want me to explain the Constitution, Oscar? No, I'm not drunk. I don't drink. I guess they could get me on smoking weed. They'll get you on smoking weed. Don't drink and smoke weed. They'll say you're intoxicated under the influence. I haven't driven in years. I do cycle a bit. I'm gonna have to shut up soon because it's coming to that Graham Elwood part where he admits he was a career military fake
I went
comic.
over in 2004 for my first comedy tour in Afghanistan. I went 04, 06, 07, and I went to Iraq 07, 08, and 2011. And I went to a standalone tour of Kuwait in 2012.
Fiorella, it's so white as. Hey, my stuff! Start. So this is a live stream. I do that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but I'm going to have to chop that out. So these are 5 minutes of screenshots, videos. So I think that's donkeytale. It's the same shtick. He stopped posting at right there. He looks like that guy. Same nose, same height. It looks like same build. donkeytale was kind of around year after year for the longest time. Looks like he's 68. Looks like he's been a career spook. That phrase was made famous by Aunt BB Babes. She said, I am not a career spook. She only spent 8 years at the NSA. Maybe that was a complete lie. Probably not. I wonder what Kim Iverson got busted on to be forced into the program. That's gotta be what's going on, right? Well, anyway, you ingrates, you won't be hearing me sing this time. Be too much of a hassle. Although my confidence is jutted. Today's word is jutted. Poor Graham frickin' Elwood. Those are the grossest. It's like, come on, dude. Fiorella is always, her tongue is always right at the top of the, ready to, it's like looking out from the mouth saying, can I go out there, please? But it doesn't. She's keeping that thing. Oh, the eyebrows from Graham, too. So, this guy is hurting. I don't know what that means for probably alcohol. He seems ambitious enough and level-headed enough. He must have got suckered into the alcohol, maybe went on some pills, painkillers. I don't think he doesn't look dumb enough to get into the opiate, the heroin and stuff like that. You never know, but like cocaine, that's why people have to speak out against cocaine, because it's got that glamorous, like too many people do cocaine. So you really have to make it known to the younger people to stay away from coke. Even Coca-Cola is not going to be too helpful. You heard it can decompose carcasses. And I heard that one seems to be true. Poor Syrian girl had to sit through that whole thingamajig with this guy. She does have a stupid username, Partisan Girl. The hell was she thinking? She looks kind of like Assange's fiance, who's apparently a lawyer, Stella Morris. Oh, Syrian girl's like, I'm not looking this time. I'm not gonna look. We got about a minute left in the period. So you got a minute, 15 minutes of real life Tokyo Champ. Just chilling out. This is good for me. I can't edit anything. It is what it is. Just looking at this stupid 5 minutes I put together 3 times. He's chewing on that thing. Ever since I told him about that, he even came up with that phrase, arambidular something. He stopped jutting it out side to side, those long reptilian ones. Now he's like fighting to keep it inside, to keep it under containment. So his tongue's like LeBron James, and he's like, we just gotta hold him to 20 points and 8 assists.
I went over in 2004 for my first comedy tour in Afghanistan. I went 04, 06, 07, and I went to Iraq 07, 08, and 2011. And I went to a standalone tour of Kuwait in 2012.